Well, hello and welcome to this session of ExecuNet Masterclass. I'm your host, Tony Vlahos, and my guest this hour is the co-founder and president of ePluribus Partners, Mr. Michael Sallard. While employee burnout is epidemic, it's costly, and it's preventable. And today we're going to learn about its causes and how to cope with it as leaders and workers. And Mike will also share 5 proven practices for preventing burnout before the fire starts raging. Really important stuff, and it's part of our commitment here at ExecuNet to connect you with trusted advice you can use to transform how you work, how you lead, and how you live. Let's take a question about treating burnout individually. We've got a senior vice president of business development who chats in that there's an employee who is showing all the telltale signs. They're being more negative, they're a little cynical in places, they're disengaged and disconnected in several fundamental ways. The question is, would you recommend a direct conversation? Would that have a negative impact on the person potentially? Or is there another approach that this leader can take to reconnect that person on an individual basis?
I definitely recommend a direct conversation in private and if at all possible in a safe place, like even if it's appropriate to take them out to lunch or for coffee, and to just say you've noticed some things and you're concerned, and maybe cite some specific examples and just, how's work going, and ask some open-ended questions like, how's work going for you? Is there anything I can do to make your work experience better? And the goals are twofold. Number one, obviously, to gain some insights that are actionable, so where you can make some improvements. The other goal, and I think many leaders miss the importance of this, and science really supports why this is so important. You want them to do the talking. That's really critical, because when people engage in conversation, it engages the frontal cortex of the brain where rational decisions are made. You're actually, just by getting them to talk, you're helping them think through the consequences of their behavior and how they might change. It also has another positive effect, which is it shuts down the amygdala and the limbic system in the brain to some degree, so that they feel less pain or no pain. And so it helps when they're talking. It's less likely that there's going to be an emotional reaction that comes out of pain and frustration, and more likely that they will arrive at a rational explanation, and together you can talk through and figure out some steps that you can take and that they can take to improve things. So having that conversation is a really wise thing to do. Don't hang back hoping that the problem will solve itself. It rarely does. Engage directly with them, but make it a safe place. Don't do this in a group, or even better if you can get them away from the workplace and take them out to lunch or breakfast or coffee.